Pay attention. Right, I know that there are people here who are highly techie and all sorts of things. I'm going to introduce you to old technology which I call paper. Now, I want you to do something with these drawings. We're going to talk about personalities. I want you to identify from these drawings which of these characters are you. Identify the principal one, you can colour it in, put a ring round it, put a big arrow to it, whatever. But when you've identified the principal one, identify a secondary one, and isolate that as well, and then identify a third one. And these are all you. This arises from John Rowan's work on multiple personality. People think multiple personality is an illness, but actually it's just a reality that we all contain within ourselves. I'm going to give you 76 seconds starting from now. And while you're doing that, I'm going to tell you a joke. Why have the budgies got no aspirin? Why have the budgies got no aspirin? Because the paracetamol. Thank you very much. Yes, from the man in the corner. You win the prize. Well done.
That's what you do.
25 seconds.
Excuse me?
Time's up.
Interpretation you give is?
Yep, it's entirely interpretation. Entirely interpretation. Okay, now why does this matter? Well, Aaron says, and he's quite right, that property is not actually about bricks and mortar, it's about people. And as they say in Yorkshire, there's nought so queer as folk. And as I look around me, I see the truth of that. So you're going to need to relate to people. How are you going to do that? When you stand up and do your 60 seconds, you present your best primary personality. But what if that doesn't relate to the people? What if your primary personality is the diver in? How are you going to relate to the person that's just dipping their toe in the corner? This person's got 370,000 quid sitting waiting to be invested. But are they going to relate to somebody who's a diver in? Are they going to give them listening time? No, probably not. But if your secondary personality could be, for instance, these people. These people are just, they're in the water, but they're just talking to each other. They're not really doing anything, they're not really going anywhere, but they are at least in the swim and they're talking. Is that going to relate better to this character over here? If you approach them from this perspective, come in and we'll talk. See what I mean? And then maybe from there, you could move on to another personality, which is the swimmer. Let me show you what it's like to swim. So that, you know, and then you can have a go. So do not miss out on people just because of your primary personality. Be prepared to draw on your secondary personality, or even your third best personality, based upon your analysis of what they are like first. It's great if we pile in and sort of we're us all over the place. But actually, if you pay attention to their end and work out where they're in, what position they're in, then you can draw upon the appropriate personality to relate to them, and you will get a much better result. Thank you. As they say in church circles, here endeth the lesson.
Well,